Dawson Rider Wiki.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of Uchu Sentai Kyuranger episode 27. I almost said 8. Like, where the hell was I? Anyway, this was actually a clip show. I didn't know it was going to be a clip show, but it wasn't really that bad of a clip show, honestly. And it was almost barely a clip show. Like, it did have clip show elements, but the connective tissue of, like, the narrative of the clip show, I felt like there was more of that. So, I actually kind of enjoyed this episode in a way. Like, clip show bits are always boring. I can't remember a time when I was really excited to see the clips they're showing for a clip show. But I actually was pretty entertained by the antics of the storyline of it, which sometimes Toku antics can be very hit or miss for me, so I was kind of surprised. But basically, we primarily focused on the team headed to the past, and the storyline revolved around 5 of Dark Matter's henchmen having snuck on the ship. And basically they told their story to them, and they kind of reflected on their journey all throughout the episode. We did see the team in the present a little bit. I think 2, maybe 3 short scenes, and they participated in some of the, like, call for the flashbacks. But I honestly didn't even think we needed to see them. Like, it was just so short, and I kind of liked the idea of having episodes that only focus on one team or the other. And even though it was only a clip show, I don't know. But we saw them so shortly, they could have easily cut the scenes with Lucky's team and had the flashbacks that they, you know, brought forward been given to the team that was the focus. But that's just a really small thing I just thought about. But it was primarily about this team, and so it was mainly comedic in a way. Basically, first, it started off, the first moment that I thought was really funny was one of the Dark Matter's, like, masks came off to reveal this alien, and he said, like, oh, it impedes our ability to speak, so that's why we never talk. And he's like, how could you not remember me? I was this henchman destroyed in the pilot, or fought in the pilot. And I don't know how accurate the translation is, but the subs had said Sparta was comparing how the helmet came off to, like, oh, it comes off just like a pistachio. And I don't know, I thought that was funny. I found that whole setup funny, and, like, the henchman was talking about, like, constant overtime and no vacation, which I just thought it was a funny concept, kind of like a parody of the whole thing. And they told them their story, and most of the amusing bits that I found amusing after that was all involving the commander. I remember talking way back when he first appeared, like how he could end up being a character I loved or hated, and thankfully Commander's become one of my favorite characters. I find his antics to be really amusing, and I found him to be really entertaining in this, because he basically told one of them about the 6th Ranger debuts, except for Ho Ranger, and he talked about Kotaro, and he like forgot himself, and then proceeded to talk about how awesome he is, and I thought that was really entertaining. There were some funny bits with, like, how, you know, his back going out, like, during the roll call he fell over, and then he wanted to, you know, make a show there at the end, and I don't know, I just found him to be really entertaining in this episode. But yeah, the premise was these 5 were on the ship, and they pretended that or at least 4 of them pretended that they were wanting to turn to the side of good, and then it was revealed it was all a ploy to stop them from arriving in the past. And they kind of formed their own Dark Matter Sentai and got defeated by our heroes. And yeah, it was pretty straightforward. It was nothing amazing, but I thought it was pretty entertaining for a filler episode. There were some funny bits that I think took advantage of some of the comedic strengths. Also, I thought it was funny when they arrived, the past that they got diverted to, which I'm not sure how they got diverted there. I don't know how the time stream works, but it was the dinosaur times, because I'm presuming, probably correctly, like 99%, that the time they're going back to with the Dark Matter was after the dinosaurs, so I don't know how they ended up at a time before it, but anyway, I think I'm just thinking linearly. Anyway, keep saying anyway. Like, they saw a dinosaur, and Sergei was like, is that Don? And I thought that was really funny. Like, I don't know how he doesn't know what a dinosaur is, but anyway, I thought that was funny. I thought the bit was funny. I thought it was a pretty solid clip show for all things considered, but there wasn't too much to advance the plot other than that they're on their way to, you know, the past. I can't think of too much else that I'm forgetting. I feel like I'm forgetting something to happen, but maybe not. But yeah, there's not too much else to say. I don't want to waste too much time. I got some other videos to record today. So overall, I'd give this honestly a 7, which seems like a high score for a clip show, but I was pretty entertained by the antics in between, and I like to give some props to clip shows that manage not to bore me to death. But anyway, that's about it. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's Dawson Rider, signing out.